called. The member for North Sydney.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise today to speak to the Family Assistant Legislation Amendment, Cheaper Childcare Bill 2022. Every child has the right to early education, and this legislation is a step in that direction. Research consistently shows net economic benefits from spending on early childhood education and high-quality care. The more families can secure early childhood education to facilitate both their child's development and the parents' preferred working arrangements, the better. In this context, this bill has the dual benefit of being good for children, women and families, as well as being good for the economy. Having said that, however, I am concerned that, while this legislation is a step in the right direction, it will fail to achieve what it is designed to deliver. Why? Because it does not acknowledge the current system of access to childcare from early daycare through to preschool is not working for parents, children, professional early education and care employees and employers. Childcare fees in my electorate of North Sydney are the highest in Australia and run substantially above government benefit rates. In North Sydney, for families on an average household income, the net cost after current subsidies of placing one child in daycare for 5 days a week is about $23,000 per year, or 19% of their income. These prohibitive costs are negatively impacting my community. They're preventing parents, most often mothers, from returning to work or working when they'd like to. In some instances, they're actually deterring families from having more children. And perhaps, worst of all, they're actually leading to missed opportunities for children to benefit from early education. With over 45,000 families living in North Sydney electorate, and nearly 9,000 of whom will benefit from the increased childcare subsidy rates, the legislation will be welcomed. But many will also greet it with trepidation, as they are all too aware that while the subsidies may now be there, the places simply are not. Recently in North Sydney, parents were left in the lurch when the Willoughby Council out-of-school hours centre closed its door with little notice because they were unable to find enough qualified staff. So while the bill is a good first step, for this legislation to achieve what it is designed to do, it must be followed in quick succession by further reform. Reform that both encourages trained educators back into the profession and ensures all Australian children are given the opportunity for a strong start in their learning pathway. Until then, the current system will continue to be piecemeal, with federal subsidies, state and local funding and provisions, and many private sector for-profit and non-profit childcare and preschool services, creating a complex, disjointed and expensive environment. It is right that the federal government should lead the development of a coordinated vision for early childhood education and care. They should also get it implemented beyond simply legislating to support the headline promises they made during the election. However, without the benefit of the findings and insights that will eventually be offered by the Labor Party's ACCC review and the Productivity Commission inquiry, there will continue to be a lack of overall coordinated vision. Within this context, then, whilst not withholding my support for this bill, I believe it is imperative that the government accept responsibility for and move quickly towards the development of a new, nationally coordinated early childhood education program. The program should guarantee all parents at least 3 days a week of free or low-cost childcare for children of all ages and remove the activity test for all families. 5 days of preschool for children aged 3 to 5 and 12 months paid parental leave per family shared between parents. In combination, then, these policies would significantly improve opportunities for both children and their parents. To get there, we must ensure highly qualified staff continue to be attracted to and are retained within the early childhood education and care profession. We know the childcare sector workforce is at breaking point, with the current job vacancy rate for the sector being a whopping 7,200 roles. These changes then are predicted to result in an increased need for another 9,000 extra full-time educators. That's over 16,000 employees that need to be found. Delivering cheaper childcare is only going to work if there are educators to provide the care. With a workforce attrition rate of 35%, it doesn't look like more places are becoming available anytime soon. The government must now move quickly to shore up the workforce by looking at temporary wage bonuses and addressing the 30% pay disparity between early childhood care workers and primary school teachers. I support the passage of this bill, but I urge the government to push forward with removing each and every one of the roadblocks which stands between the families of North Sydney and securing an affordable childcare place. Thank you.